heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down, and the air is thick with the scent of earth and life. A haunting scene unfolds. A white lion, a rare and majestic creature, lies in a state of distress. Its once proud mane now matted and stained. The source of its agony is a horrific wound, a gaping hole in its side, surrounded by a swarm of bees. This is not just a story of a lion in pain. It is a chilling reminder of the intricate and often brutal dance of nature, where beauty and horror coexist in a delicate balance. As we delve into the life of this unfortunate beast, we are compelled to confront the darker side of the animal kingdom, where survival often comes at a gruesome cost. The white lion, a symbol of purity and strength, is now a victim of an unexpected and grotesque infestation. The bees, drawn to the lion's open wound, have made it their hive, a grotesque testament to nature's unyielding cycle of life and death. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive. The bees, with their tiny bodies and industrious nature, are oblivious to the suffering they cause. Instead, they buzz around the wound, collecting nectar and pollen, while simultaneously laying their eggs in the flesh of the lion. This gruesome act is a stark reminder of the harsh realities of the wild, where the line between predator and prey can blur in the most unexpected ways. As we observe this tragic scene, we must consider the biology of the bees involved. These creatures, often seen as harmless pollinators, can become deadly when they invade the territory of a larger animal. The white lion's wound, likely the result of a fight or an accident, has become a breeding ground for the bees. The larvae, nestled within the flesh, will eventually consume the lion from the inside out, a slow and agonizing demise. The bees, in their quest for survival, are merely following their instincts, yet their actions raise unsettling questions about the nature of life and death in the animal kingdom. The infestation is not just a physical ailment, it is a metaphor. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched meadow, a striking white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. But upon closer inspection, a horrific sight emerges, a gaping wound, a grotesque hive of bees embedded in its flesh, a scene that is both shocking and unsettling. This is not merely a wound. It is a testament to the dark side of nature, where beauty and horror intertwine. The horse, once a symbol of grace and power, now bears the burden of an infestation that is as fascinating as it is repulsive. The bees, those industrious little creatures, have turned this majestic animal into a living hive, a grotesque spectacle of nature's relentless cycle. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we uncover the science behind the infestation. The horse's skin, perhaps compromised by a previous injury or a lapse in care, has become an inviting canvas for the bees. They burrow into the flesh, creating a hive that serves as both a home and a breeding ground. The horse, in its confusion and pain, may swat at the air, unaware that it is now a host to a colony that, in the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely rises above the horizon and the biting cold seeps into every crevice, a chilling tale unfolds. Imagine a majestic polar bear, a creature that embodies the raw power and beauty of nature, now marred by a grotesque wound, a hive of bees embedded deep within its fur. This is not just a story of survival, it is a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the unexpected horrors that can arise in the wild. As we delve into this unsettling scenario, prepare yourself for a journey that intertwines the marvels of nature with the grotesque realities that can emerge from it. The polar bear, a symbol of strength and resilience, is now a victim of an unusual and horrific infestation. The bees, typically associated with the warmth of summer and the sweet nectar of flowers, have found an unlikely host in this Arctic giant. The hive, a pulsating mass of activity, has taken root in the bear's thick fur, creating a grotesque spectacle that is both fascinating and repulsive. Bees, driven by instinct to protect their queen and their home, swarm around the bear, their tiny bodies a stark contrast to the massive creature they have chosen as their unwitting shelter. As we observe this chilling scene, we must confront the reality of what has transpired. The polar bear, in its search for food, may have stumbled upon a hidden hive, perhaps while digging through the snow for seals or scavenging for carrion. In its clumsy attempt to investigate, it became ensnared in a nightmare. The bees, feeling threatened, retaliated with a ferocity that is both remarkable. In the heart of the dense, shadowy jungles of South America, where the air is thick with humidity and the sounds of life echo through the trees. A jaguar prowls. This magnificent creature, known for its power and grace, is a symbol of the wild. But today, we find this apex predator in a state of distress, a sight that is both shocking and heartbreaking. The jaguar, with its striking coat of rosettes, bears a horrific wound, a gaping hole in its side that tells a grim story of survival against the odds. As we draw closer, the true horror of its condition becomes apparent. The jaguar is infested with parasites, a gruesome testament to the relentless struggle for life in the animal kingdom. Parasites are nature's dark underbelly, thriving in the shadows of their hosts. In this case, the jaguar is a victim of a particularly vicious infestation. The wound, raw and oozing, is a breeding ground for these insidious creatures. Flies buzz around, laying their eggs in the jaguar's flesh, while larvae wriggle and squirm, feasting on the living tissue. This grotesque scene is not just a macabre spectacle, it is a brutal reality of life in the wild. The jaguar, once a fearsome hunter, now finds itself in a battle for its own survival, weakened and vulnerable. The parasites that plague this majestic beast are not merely a nuisance. They are a complex web of life that thrives at the expense of their host. Among them are botflies, whose larvae burrow into the skin, causing immense pain and suffering. These tiny invaders can grow to be several centimeters long, turning the jaguar's body into a grotesque landscape of infection and decay. As the larvae feed, they release toxins that further weaken the animal, making it more susceptible to other infections and diseases. The jaguar's immune system, once a formidable defense, is now overwhelmed, struggling to fend off the onslaught of these parasitic invaders. But the horror does not end there. Ticks, another common parasite, latch onto the jaguar's skin, feeding on its blood and transmitting diseases that can be fatal. These tiny arachnids are often overlooked, but their impact is profound.